The Boston bombers case is set to be re-examined this week after claims his death sentence was unfair. Here's more in this story.
Boston's wound will be reopened this week as Boston bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev will have his appeal heard. The appeal will examine whether Tsarnaev's 2015 case, which ended with a death sentence, received a fair trial. His defense argues the jury was biased as they believe the trauma of the bombings tainted jurors' decision. The bombings shocked the nation, with many quick to judge the events.
This was a heinous and cowardly act, and given what we now know about what took place, the FBI is investigating it as an act of terrorism. Anytime bombs are used to target innocent civilians, it is an act of terror.
Tsarnaev has been trying to get his appeal heard since his death sentence, with his defense team working hard to find an argument the appeals court would hear. They've tried arguing Tsarnaev's culpability in the bombings, trying to pin most of the responsibility on his older brother, Tamerlan. Reports in November revealed the older brother had a history of violence, as he was allegedly involved in a triple homicide years before the bombing. This has been a popular strategy for the younger brother's legal team, attempting to prove he was coerced into participating in the bombings.
She'll simply say, ladies and gentlemen, once you're under the spell of someone like the older brother, once you're under that kind of spell, once you're conditioned to do whatever he says, when he says to do it, then you become compliant.
But the argument resonating with the appeals court was the issue of jury selection. The defense will argue having the trial in Boston was unfair to the defendant because there was no juror who was not affected by the events of the bombing. Further, they'll say Tsarnaev was already convicted before the trial began. 1 year before the conviction, Boston officials held an annual tribute to the victims of the bombing, condemning the acts.
After hate and violence interrupted a beautiful April day, even though the memories still bring tears to our eyes, our heartaches for those who were lost, it's still a comfort to be here with family and friends who got us through that tragic day.
Tsarnaev is not expected to make an appearance at the hearing. Oral arguments are scheduled for Thursday at the First Circuit Court of Appeals in Boston.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.